Hello everybody, my name is Tristan Goodlow. I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I am so excited to share with you guys a little bit about my story. So I'm super sad that I cannot be there in person with you guys. I'm very excited for Jennifer and her girls, her team, to be getting together with all of you and sharing with you guys a little bit about Plexus and what it is for us. So I want to share the same thing of me and really share with you guys what Plexus has done for my life. So I live in small town USA. I live in central Illinois in a town about 800 people. And I grew up a farmer's daughter, farmer's granddaughter. That's what I still am. Both my dad and my grandpa worked full-time. My dad still does work full-time at Caterpillar while helping out with the family farm. That is what my uncle and my cousins do full-time. So we have head of cattle, we have crops that we grow, we do the whole 9 yards. And so where my husband and I live is what's called the mini farm. We actually live next door to my parents. That's a story for a different day. And we have chickens and sheep and the normal animals, dogs, cats, stuff like that. And then we also get anytime there's calves that are born that aren't so healthy, we get those too, and we get to bottle feed them and have fun with that. So a small town USA. The thing about me was I've always been small town USA. I went to school for nursing. I'm a nurse by trade, or by what we call a job, a job. I work for St. Francis Hospital, so the biggest hospital downstate of I-80. Love being a nurse. I love helping people. That is my passion. Helping people is my passion. But I was created to work hard. I was also created to follow my dreams. And I knew from a very, very young age that I was made for more. That I was made for more than the daily grind. I was made for more than just constantly being in a state of fear, right? Can anybody relate to that? It's not even anxiety, it's fear about finances. I knew I was made for more. I knew that I was designed for more than that. I love being a nurse. I love working. I am a hard worker, and I want to be a hard worker. And that's something that I want to instill to. Right now I have a 4-year-old son, Josiah, and our kids that will follow him as well. But I also want to instill in my children dreaming and knowing that you were made for more, that you were designed for more, because above and beyond everything else, we were created perfectly in the image of our Father. And when He created things and people, y'all, when He created you just like He created me, He makes no mistakes. And so He puts desires and dreams on our heart. And I want you to understand that from more than anything else about Plexus is it's a gift and it's a tool that can be used to really speak God's love and God's word over all of our hearts and over all of our desires. And so when we were created, we have dreams that are placed on our heart. And I've spoken to so many people that are just like me, small town friends, right? Small town USA. And something I've kind of trademarked, not really, but I should, is small town girl, farm girl, country girl that has big, big dreams. And I believe that those dreams are placed specifically from God on our hearts. And if you have dreams that are on your hearts and you have desires that are in your mind, I want you to know that God doesn't place those there to torture you, to torment you. He places those there because that's where your life is headed, and that's where your life can be headed. And the difference between living that life and not living the life, more than anything else, is your belief and your desire and that hope that there can be more, and being willing to seek out opportunities that God brings to you, put you in the path of, to meet Jennifer, or to meet one of the other ladies hosting that event tonight, or listening to this video, whatever the case may be. He puts those sequences in your life to open your eyes and open your heart to the dreams that you have, to know that those can be your reality. So that was where I started. I knew I wanted more. I knew I was created for more. And I had a girlfriend 3 years ago that would not give up on me. And I suffer from PCOS and endometriosis, hormone issues. At the time I had a new baby, and well, he wasn't completely new. He was almost a year old. But he, it was breastfed baby till he was almost 2 years old, and so he wasn't sleeping very well at night. And I'm by nature very happy and very excitable, and I just knew something was missing. And I'd reached out to my doctor, to my OB, to my midwife, and we talked about starting me on medication. And I'm a nurse, y'all, so I'm smart, okay? Don't forget that. But yet I knew that I didn't want medication, because I am also passionate about educating people that sometimes we get stuck in what I call Bandaid nursing. We have so many crises going on right now in our world involving health. Let's specify, because there's lots of different things. But when it comes to health, we have lots of crises that go on. And a lot of times what we do is we give a medication to treat whatever that is causing, but that medication causes something else. So then we give you another medication. And with that medication causes side effects that create more issues. And so to treat that, we continue doing medication. It's from a really good place. It's because we want to help others, and we have the technology to do so. But in doing that, it creates more issues. So instead of just giving medication, why don't we figure out what the root is and see if we can solve that? And that's where I was in my life. I knew that PCOS and endometriosis are hormone issues, absolutely, but beyond that, they're gut health issues, and making sure that the flora in your gut is balanced and it's not in dysbiosis is what it means, or is what it's called when your gut is not balanced. And so my girlfriend knew that, and she knew I was passionate about that. So she reached out to me and she said, "Have you ever heard about plexus?" And I said, "Girl, I'm smart, I'm a nurse, and I don't need your supplements." And she said, "Trust me, I get that you're smart, but I think in this situation, you're uneducated." And it was kind of a moment for me to be like, okay, I think you're right. So 3 years later, I started, so 2 months after I started Plexus in April of 2013, my periods became regular for the first time since I was 13 years old and put on birth control to have regular periods. When I was a teenager, I would actually miss school because I wouldn't have a period for 8 months, and then when I did, it would make me so ill that I would have to be placed in the hospital for hydration. And so going with Plexus, our son was a miracle that he came along. We lost our baby Jordan before him. And then we had our healthy son Josiah, and he was a miracle babe. And since then, we've suffered from infertility, and we've suffered from more issues that come along with PCOS and endometriosis. But within 2 months of starting Plexus, my periods became regular for the first time. I had energy still nursing my baby. When I slept well. My mood became me. I became happy. I became cheerful. I became the person that I knew I was, the person deep down that I had been missing. That came back into my life. And so being a nurse and working in a hospital, people noticed and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, this little pink drink called Plexus, and we need to talk about gut health." And from there, it really took off. And 3 years later, I'm now a Ruby ambassador. And Plexus came into my life in a time that I was looking for health and was praying, physically praying on my knees at night for God for a better answer for financial. And God brought both of those things. With Plexus, our family's been able to live paycheck to pay, or has been able to not live paycheck to the Wednesday before paycheck, so you can write a check and it not bounce, because that's what we did before. Now we live more freely, and we have a savings, and we have debt paid off, and we help sponsor a local Christian radio station that we adore, and we sponsor a little boy in Indonesia that has the same birthday as Josiah, and we're able to give, and we're able to give more, and with that, we're able to dream, and we're able to see our dreams becoming a reality, and we're being able to see the path that we can pay for our son to go to college so he's not stuck with the same debt that my husband and I are. We're able to see that this year we're going to be able to be homeowners for the first time, and we're able to see that as we continue to grow our family, that God has literally lined up everything. We've also met some amazing friends. We've got to travel. We've traveled to Washington, D.C. We've traveled to Vegas. We've traveled to Phoenix. This year we're traveling to Disney World in October, which is what Josiah was just saying. Plexus has been a gift in so many ways, and so it's been my honor, it's been my privilege to share with you guys a little bit about my story. I hope that you're having a great time. I hope that you are learning, and more than anything, I pray that your heart is open to an opportunity that could give you the hope that you need to make your dreams become your reality. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much. God bless you.